Hello, this is William with CommanderCast.com, here bringing you game number 3 with the Arabian Nights updates to Avacyn, Guardian Angel. Right now we're in a game against Chromat, the 5-color Good Self Wonder, or I don't know, it always has the chance of being a cool themed deck, I guess. Olivia Voldaren, who is actually my Rakdos commander. So we could be seeing a vampire deck, we could be seeing a control-ish type deck, and Omnath, Locust of Rage, a very, very powerful ramp deck. We're going to need to take that out nice and early. Fortunately, we do have the Circle Protection green in our opening hand. Basalt Monolith, Blaze of Glory is in here as well. 4 lands, this is a very keepable hand. So, I believe Chromat is starting us off. And the timer is going. So we're just going to go ahead and F6 through this turn. I have to say, though, that so far we haven't gotten to really see a lot of the Arabian Nights, additions to this deck. We're going to see them just by virtue of playing the deck over and over again. So we're going to see them at some point. But the real all-stars have really been the Circle Protections. Wow. I was really hedging on whether they were going to be good or not. And I guess the hit-or-miss major just... it's one of those things I'm probably just going to have to get over for some cards. They've certainly performed well enough that... Oh, turn 1 Burgeoning. Oh my god. That is way... What? Did Chromat miss a land drop? What's going on here? What is going on with Chromat? Let's see. Chromat. Mulligan's to 7, 6. Oh, so they mulligan down to 6 and they still didn't have anything they wanted to play. Or maybe we just haven't gotten to their turn yet. Okay, that's probably what was going on, is that they were mulliganing. Well, there's no way in hell that we are not... Oh, this is beginning Judge's combat step. Okay, my bad. Okay, so we do draw another land. There's no way in hell that we are not playing lands. Which means that we just kind of have to auto-yield to Burgeoning. And deal with these shenanigans. So I'm going to go ahead, tap out, F6. So, let's see, it should be Chromat's turn next. So whether or not they play a land or not will help us figure out. Yeah, okay. It's got to be Olivia who started things off. Because I'm hard pressed to believe that that Chromat would keep a 6 with 0 lands in hand. Oh. So just all the value so far with that turn 1 Burgeoning. Fortunately, Chromat does follow that up with a Mox Diamond. So, with Mox Diamond, when enter the battlefield, you may discard a land card. Instead, if you do, put Mox Diamond onto the battlefield. If you don't, put it into its owner's graveyard. Tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Discarding a Plateau. So, it does look like this Chromat has some amount of fetched lands and original dual lands. And it also looks like Olivia is giving us the courtesy of tapping out for Howling Mine. Let's see. Turn 2, Wookiee Gold. Let's see, yeah. So Olivia's going to give us some extra draw. That scares me. You don't let the crazy lady offer you candy and take her up on the offer. This is concerning. Let's see then. Could be, let's see, what you have lots of ways to actually just draw your own cards in black. So this is clearly here to make us draw cards. Could be a Molten Psyche type deck. Could be like a Waste Not deck. That wants to play a lot of wheels and specters. Or it could just be Olivia wants to have a party. There could just be a party and we're invited. Of course, Omnath is currently on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. Omnath himself only costs 7. Omnath is coming out next turn. That is stupid silly. The good news is we do have a Blazer. Eye for an Eye helps out a lot, though. Next time, a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn. Instead, that source deals damage to you and I. Ooh. So, Omnath is the source of all the damage dealing. We're going to go ahead and put out Circle Protection Green so that we don't have to discard any cards. But the turn after, we're going to be able to keep out Circle Protection Green and Eye for an Eye. So if we do something to make Omnath mad and they just throw all the triggers at our head, then we can just kill. No, because it says the next time a source would. Okay, so it would only be for a one-time effect. I got so excited by that. If that had just been, like, if a source would deal damage to you this turn, deal it back. But no, it's actually just the one shot. Man, I got excited for nothing. I mean, I guess it's not nothing. It's not irrelevant. And it is an Arabian Nights card. So, I guess it's fine, because this is going to be. So, as long as this is a decent game, this will be the last video for the non-Patreons. Game 4, I'm actually planning to be a bonus game to go up on Patreon. Unlike the Alpha Run, where I'm going to put the, if I have it already, I'm putting the unedited first game and a half up there. Which ended up being a one-on-one game with someone playing Nissa Vastwood Seer as their commander, followed by a multiplayer game where I think I just got throttled. Let's see. Waiting for Maple Leaf. Okay, so we're still waiting for Chromat to choose a card. I've actually heard talk that people should just. The thing is, Vampiric Tutor isn't that great when you can't decide which of your amazing cards to get. If that makes sense at all. Like, it's something that my roommate and I always used to joke about was, we just cut Vampiric Tutor because, you could never decide what to get. Which, in all honesty, is actually somewhat fair. When you think about it, if you're wasting too much time just tutoring and making the game drag on forever, maybe because you have too many tutors or you haven't really thought about what you're going to tutor for ahead of time, then it actually is just bad business. See, I don't believe we're going to get Vampiric Tutor until Visions when we do the Ghoul Caller Gissa run. So let's see. Look at the game 3. We're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn. I don't want to have to discard anything. So if Omnath is okay, we may be able to use Basalt Monolith. Basalt Monolith isn't nearly as bad as the Mana Vault is for this deck, I think. Because Mana Vault requires us to invest the 4 mana. And again, Mana Vault is for getting stuff out fast, and then using other artifacts to untap it for cheaper. If we're playing Mana Vault fairly, then you're not we're just not doing it right. So Mana Vault will be one of the rocks that we look to cut when we get access to stuff like the Diamond series, Mox Pearl. Well, no, not Mox Pearl. Pearl Pendant, Pearl Amulet, Pearl Medallion. There we go. And Olivia's got Tuk Tuk the Explorer. What is going on here? I definitely think it's something akin to a Molten Psyche deck. If Howling Mine is meant to refill her hand and she wants to just load up on artifacts. But then why Olivia? So Omnath is getting rightfully smacked for 1. Now I could help the Tuk Tuk by making it bigger if I were to get my Rod of Ruin. Let's see, Rod of Ruin would actually be a great base to go into for Nin's Staff, but we're not going to get Nin's Staff for quite a while. Staff of Nin. There we go. Omnath does have the Raging Ravine out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 mana, but there's a Zuza. So Omnath isn't coming out this turn, thankfully. The Howling Mine is in fact refueling it, so that's already taking out the one downside to playing the super ramp deck. Just the all-in type ramp deck. There's Fertilid. And then what? I mean, getting out the Azusa makes sense. But I think I would have rather had played Fertilid and held up using the Fertilid's ability. Because if someone kills the Fertilid, they're still light on land, and they're still only playing 1 land a turn. So, let's see, we got another Plains. We want to make sure we keep our spells up here. I'm actually not opposed to discarding Blaze of Glory. Blaze of Glory hasn't really been doing anything. There's our Sarah Angel, though. We want to keep her. So, let's go ahead. Play a pretty land. Burgeoning goes off. Waiting for... Let's see. So, pre-combat main phase... Yeah... And then we'll F6 through our turn. These people just don't have 6, do they? What's up, man? Does help us cast our Sarah Angel, though. Let's see. And we are F6ing because we're not like that. I don't think we have to worry about any sort of green damage from here. Or from Olivia, really. The only one we can't F6 through is Omnath's turn, and just because. Now, granted, I'm not going to use Circle Protection with Basalt Monolith, because I'd rather use that to help pay for Sarah Angel. At the same time, it's really best if you can have the 3 mana open still. So we would want to have 2 more lands out. Let's see, what's Chromac up to? Sad bot. The saddest of bots. Although in this art, he's actually world champion. I can't remember which world champion, but I know he is. So, Psalm Simulacrum. What are you going to grab for the man? Island. Can do. They can do. Alright. Omnath is running light on lands. The Howling Mine is the only thing giving him gas. If I draw into Winter Orb, I can do a thing where only I get to draw, and well, that doesn't actually work. I don't think. The most I can do is keep Chromat out of drawing. If Omnath and Chromat were reversed, I'd do it in a heartbeat. So Omnath is going to keep steady pace, drawing 2 cards a turn. Fertiliz is out now. But we'll be able to untap next turn and have 7 mana up. That would actually be enough for Eye for an Eye and Sarah Angel. The Olivia Valderin worries me just a tad. But Omnath is the much bigger threat right now. And Omnath finally hits the board. Land. Well, we don't want to auto you to that because we do want to have ways to get rid of Omnath before tokens come into play. Any of the Vigor. That is fine. It's not actually fine. Because then cards like Fertile just start going through stuff. Actually, the Amulet Vigor combo is really, really potent. Though, fortunately for Circle Protection Green... Ooh, boy. So, we're going to go ahead, play our land. And, again, don't want to discard. We don't have an excessive abundance of lands. We have a lot of lands in our hand right now. But we want to make sure that we're not messing ourselves up for the super long game when Avacyn comes out, because that is going to be part of how we're going to survive the Omnath. Is Avacyn shooting us and preventing our damage. So we're going to go ahead and cast the Sarah Angel. And hope Circle Protection with 2 mana is going to be enough. Let's see, we can keep up Eye for an Eye now, and there's no reason to just F6 through it. I don't think we would need to Eye for an Eye on the Chromat. But that is a thing we have to think about. On that play is all out of lands. He went out of it a while ago. I mean, Burgeoning is an incredible card, turn 1. But it loses so much, like, but at the same time, You know, I was actually kind of down on burgeoning before. Like, I'd seen it do really, really powerful things, but I always looked at it and went, well, yeah, but then when you draw it late game, it's actually just a dead card. You know, you're ramping out, and then you need a spell, and you draw this, and it's like, well, you time walked yourself because you drew a dead card. But if the circles of protection have taught me anything tonight, it's that just because a card can be dead sometimes, doesn't mean it's not worth running for what it can do when you actually meet the conditions to play it. Like if the condition to play this is just, oh, hey, play people who have green, or, oh, hey, get this early turn-ish. So what's Chromat got for us? Supreme Verdict. I do not disgruntle you that. I lose my Sarah Angel, but I have a feeling I know where Omnath is going to shoot stuff at. So we got some effects to do now. And aren't I glad I didn't have 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Was it out of 5? It looks like 6, 7, 8. So those are. Wait, what? Next time a source of my choice. Can I choose it? Does this work the way I think it does? Cause that would be baller. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, so we're at 40 life. It did let me select Omnath on the stack. Let's see. Is that Owner's controller? Would have been a good time to use iPhone or not, eh? But I'd rather use the onboard trick and hold this one for safe. And it looks like I made it through okay. Hey, we're okay, boys. I mean, he probably just shot it at me just on principle. I think I'm safe to go ahead and do it now, though. So, Tuk Tuk for the returned. 5-5 beta. Also, it's worth noting that, you know, Circle Protection Green is going to save us against Omnath. It's not going to save us against everyone else. And, oh, now Moto's doing the bug thing where I can't look at their commanders either. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Don't want to look at your stupid commanders anyway. So, Olivia gets the 5 lands. Neither Olivia nor I have missed a land drop yet this turn. I have to say, I like the triple diamond look on a lot of these mana marks. Mana Flare. Whenever a player taps the land for mana, that player adds 1 mana to his or her mana. Is this really Olivia group hug? Party at Olivia's! Wow, okay! Apparently we're just playing Olivia group hug. Okay! This really is going to be the deck that just kills us. Olivia is the host that toasts the most. Okay. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's have a party. And apparently, Omnath is not on the guest list. I'm only 2 weeks into this, and I'm already just seeing all kinds of silly things. Welcome to Moto, people. Yep. This is happening. So, double mana. That means that Avacyn, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be me 8 mana, so I can actually do it and still hold up a plains. But Avacyn doesn't really have anyone to protect right now, so I'd rather just hold it for Circle Protection green. Tempt with Discovery. You know what? I'll take it. It's a free spell for me. So I can go for Oasis, Island of Wak Wak, Diamond Valley, Desert, Bazaar of Baghdad. That's not bad. I could either grab that or... See, Oasis would turn them into just shocks. But I really need to filter through my deck some more, so we're going to go with Bazaar of Baghdad. Okay, so we are definitely going to see some more Arabian Nights cards. Plus I have so many lands that I don't mind discarding them to the Bazaar of Baghdad, as opposed to just ditching them because I couldn't be bothered to play more stuff. So, okay, now we're going to see if Chromat gets something. This does just kind of give Omnath all the elementals. Fortunately, I've got my ward up. Plus, with Bazaar of Baghdad, if we get any of the quote-unquote dead cards, we can just cycle them away. We don't have to worry about white or blue. Just Jund colors. So if we get any of those, we can go ahead and pitch them. And of course, there are just going to be spells that are just dead. The Blaze of Glory will be a nice one-shot trick with Avacyn. Whew. Oh boy. This game is... Gameplay-wise, it's going to escalate quickly from here. Now, it is a draw 2, discard 3. The Howling Mind alleviates that, though, because we're just going to have to draw that extra card and make up the difference. So I could see discarding 2 lands and just a random spell. Okay, so grabs. Let's see. Olivia's grabbing Valakut. Looks like Chromite grabbed Mazavith. There we go. So Omnath gets all the elementals. And you know what? I'm going to do this now. Just in case we draw into some removal. There's a Brass Man. Instead, I'm just going to get rid of some of my not as favorite art. Alright, ditch 3 lands. That is A-okay by me. So we have 6 tokens. Yep. And now they got the Crucible of Worlds out, which they don't have any lands out there yet. I don't see any fetch lands. So we go ahead, we draw our stuff. Soul Protection White, that's going to be one of those cards we can discard to Baghdad. Let's go ahead, do it again. And we can go ahead and get rid of... Let's see, so 1, 2, 3... We definitely need to get rid of one more land, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and play said land. We now have 5. We can technically make 10 mana. Oh, did he just put a land to play? I think he did. See, Burgeoning puts him into play. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cast Castle. That'll help out Avacyn quite a bit. Turn it into a 5/6, so it takes 2 Elemental Blasts to take her. And we're going to pass the turn from there. Okay, so we just went through a lot of our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially dead cards. So Bazaar Baghdad actually showing some worth here, which would actually be fine if we end up going with a white Reanimator Shell too. See, we get to see Castle. Yep, everything is coming out Millhouse. Whew. Now, we do have a lot of Omnath, though. And if Chromite has another board wipe, I will welcome it. But that's a lot of board wipe. And I mean a lot of board wipe. Now, the correct move will be to use Bazaar Baghdad every turn for as long as Halley Mine is out in the field. Because we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we discard 3. Otherwise, it is just a normal 3 for 3. You're drawing 3, and then you pick your 3 worst cards and get rid of them. So we do want to do that every turn. Even if it looks like our hand is stuff that we want to keep, we need to make sure that we do that and get rid of any potential dead draws that would be coming up. Let's see, we're waiting for Cromat right now. I'm king of the castle, I'm king of the castle. Whew. Really glad we're not having any issues with the cards that we just picked up. The cards that say they're not here in my collection. When I have the deck list pulled up for some reason, I don't get it. Oh no, is Cromat having trouble? Let's see, and if this goes long, I could just edit this part out. Timestamp 36 minutes in. Okay, he's just thinking. Well, he's quite dangerous. Alright, so Cromat's just thinking about what he wants to do with all the Omnath McIntyre there. Supreme Fairy, what's going on? Oh my. Omnath just got smacked down by Humility and... Oh my god. Is this Cromat the Judgebreaker deck? Is this a deck that's made specifically to do stuffs? Okay. So... our creatures get just a teeny bit worse. Look at all them 1/1s. Well, he has just been humbled. Omnath comes in like this big bad mofo, being all like, I'm the next John Cena, and then boom! Hit with a healthy dose of humility pie. Wow. Well, let's see, if we can't see commanders, might as well keep the graveyards open. It's not good for our commander, but that's fine. We didn't want to play her right now anyway. Although we could play her, and then she'd be a 1/3. Technically, we can play the Brassman, and he'll be a 1/3. I mean, I guess Humility is actually fine online, where you don't have to keep track of this stuff yourself. Whew, well, we get to see Moto's ability to handle layers today. Alright, Cromat, come on. Let's get this show going. Demonic Tutor. Yeah, this is going to be some sort of Cromat combo deck. Play Humility, keep everyone down until you just... boom, win. Oh boy, so we've been focusing the wrong guy here. It took me a little bit, but clearly Cromat is the villain. Okay, I am sorry, Omnath. You are not the bad guy here. You are just the poor mook first general that gets killed in the first 5 episodes. show what an asshole the real villain is. Not that I'm calling Chromat an asshole, just... yeah. Doubling season. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and take out Mr. here. Mr. Chromat. Alright, finally back to Olivia's turn. Actually, when I do the deck tech wrap-up, I need to remember to do the pricing of this, because I actually have a screenshot of the prices that I paid for all these. You know, Bazaar of Baghdad is a multi-$100 card. And Moto, it's dirt. It's literally dirt cheap to buy. So, Olivia's been a good host so far. How is she going to respond to this Chromat guy messing with her house guests? Well, first she's going to crack Terramorphic Expanse, apparently. Currently has 10 floating. She has Valakut out, but not nearly enough mountains. She's 2 mountains away from having it active. And see, this is part of why I just don't like the counting effect lands and dual color decks. Blightsteel Colossus. Okay. It's a 1/1! Ooh. She has deceived us. She's a witch! Burn her! See, this is exactly what I said, isn't it, kids? You don't take candy from the crazy lady. You just don't do it. Blightsteel as a 1/1. Oh, the humility! Well, I've got nothing left to do this turn. Let's see. We're definitely going to throw out another land. In fact, I want to say we can use Basalt Monolith to cast Brassman and Avacyn next turn. But then that'll be 3 white left over, and I don't like that. The Hammer of Perforos is going to come in. It does go over top the humility, so they do gain the haste. Are they all going to go? No, no, there's no swinging. So instead, we're going to go ahead. And interestingly enough, we have a card that we can put on top of Bazaar so that we don't actually lose anything. So we can discard 3 cards, and that sets up our next draw. Do we just make our own Brainstorm? So let's see. Draw 2, discard 3. See, I may put it on top of Larry instead of putting it in the graveyard. So that's actually a replacement effect. I can keep all the good stuff for myself? What? Okay, then let's go ahead and... we're casting Avacyn. I think, pretty sure we're casting Avacyn regardless. So let's go ahead and add 3 colorless. Cast Library of Lang. Huh, how about that? It's the little things in life. So now we're going to go ahead and activate our Bazaar of Baghdad. I do want to keep the Halley Mine. Discard 2 more cards. I do want to make sure we hit land drops. So let's go ahead and go... See, do I want to play the Halley Mine this turn is the question. There aren't any real black permanents out that I would potentially want to put... I mean, the Northern Paladin... Let's see, we do want the Northern Paladin out sooner, though, rather than later. Guess we can get rid of Blaze of Glory. Let's see. Blaze of Glory would block all those. So we can go ahead and do that. Choose discard replacement effects. We're going to go ahead and discard with Barrier of Lang. Discard with Barrier of Lang. And do I want to just get rid of this one? No, we'll just get discard. Okay, so that's happened. We're going to cast Halley Mine with the rest of it. Next up, we need to make sure Avacyn is online to stop any sort of shenanigans that we have going on. So we have, so that'll be 6, 1, 2, 3. It's kind of enough. Plus we have our land for the turn. Truth be told, I probably should have cast Avacyn first. But that's fine. 1, 2, 3. So Avacyn's going to come out, and she will have no abilities, which I completely forgot about. But that is A-okay because, hey, Brassman is actually just strictly better now. So we do have double Halley Mine on the field. This is going to get very, very silly. I am going to draw both of those cards, assuming we have at least one Halley Mine survive. And then I should see one new card. So let's see. Draw, Halley Mine, that's 3. So we see the 2 that we threw back with Lang, and get a new card. Then we draw 2 more with Bazaar. So we see 2 new cards, and from those we can discard 3 and choose any number to send back. As long as we send back no more than 2, we're seeing 3 new cards a turn. So from those 5 cards, we're just picking out our best 2 a turn. There's the Wrath of God. Yep. I might have seen that coming. I might have. But I didn't. Well, it just means Avacyn's a little more expensive next turn, I guess. So, apparently we've got Mr. Clean over here. There's Elspeth. And... Alt, get the emblem. To be fair, I haven't really done anything to the Omnath player. I've just been setting up my walls and defenses and all that. The humility is really crippling, though. Ironic, isn't it? And here I thought I wouldn't need protection from white. Fortunately, though, everyone else is drawing 2 additional cards a turn as well, so they should be able to find a way to get back out of this mess. So, what's Olivia got prepared for us? Come on, Olivia. What you got? Deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So I want to say she must have the standard Basilisk Collar type package that Olivia tends to enjoy for removal. I mean, it actually just is a 1/1 with Humility out with no effects or abilities. Whew. Let's see. I could see this as a token deck. But Wrath the board until you do something is really rough. Got the humility down. They're going to be 3/3 flyers, and we're just going to have 1/1s. We've got to find a way to get rid of that humility, which is going to be the disenchant. And I'm just now realizing I shouldn't have thrown the cards back on top with Library of Lang. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, and he didn't have the Elspeth at the time. But now we know that if it's not disenchant, we need to just ditch it. Devour works. So this is a very interesting house party. Though to be fair, Olivia can be mana intensive with her effects. I mean, that's 7 mana to steal thing. So when all your mana is doubled, that does make her a lot easier to use. See, I could throw out the Northern Paladin at least. Next turn, Alright, so we need something. Worst case scenario, he can use the hammer to... Well, he can use the Raging Ravine. No, he missed his chance to use Raging Ravine. Womp, womp, womp. That was our only chance to get rid of Elspeth. Because I sure as hell can't do anything. Making a golem would have also worked. Yeah. Oh boy. Trebek might win this round. Because see, if he animates the Raging Ravine, it actually overwrites Humility because it becomes a 3-3. Yes, I'm aware that I will be losing manas. Nevinroll's Disc! That is very helpful right now. We're still going to go ahead and use Bazaar Baghdad, though. So, we did have a secondary land. Wrath. Okay, so we have Jandor's Saddlebags. Untap target creature, which I don't think we need right now. Let's see, so we're going to discard Blaze of Glory, Saddlebags, and Desert. I am just going to discard Blaze, Desert, and do I want to put Saddlebags back on top? I feel like the answer is yes. So let's go ahead and let's see. I could pay for it by tapping, then untap. That's the exact same result. Tap for 3, tap. Yeah, both lands become tapped anyway. Now, here's the thing. I can play the Northern Paladin, but then the Paladin just gets destroyed next turn. Or whenever I end up doing it. So... yeah... don't think I can do anything else. I can play Avacyn, but... yeah, that's just a missed opportunity by Omnath over there. I swear, I'm trying to dig as fast as I can. Probably should have discarded the saddlebags, but I can't help but think that that's actually going to be relevant. 6/3/3s, Jesus. Do, 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 do. Come on. So, I haven't actually drawn my regular Wrath of God yet. We're going to find out just how plucky we are. Let's see, so drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard 3. We're just keeping the best 2. Let's see, Desert. Deals 1 damage to target attacking creature activates with it only during the end of combat. Would have been really good if the Elspeth emblem wasn't there. Okay, what you... Freya-Elise! Starts at 3, next 6, completely refill your hand. Or just get rid of the Howling Mine. Or not the Howling Mine, the disc. See, Freya-Elise is so underappreciated. Oh boy. Wait a second. It's not even Chromat Combo, it's Chromat Super Friends! Oh boy. It's not even... No, it's not Super Friends, it's the Legion of Doom! Yep, we're dead. We are dead. We are dead. We are just like maximum dead. Oh boy. And Garrick. Apex Predator. Never give up. Never surrender. But, oh boy. So we've got Garrick, Apex Predator, and Freya-Elise is, of course, getting rid of the disc. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh boy, is Garrick going to pop his emblem? No, he's just going to eat a dude. I mean, granted, this is partially enabled by the fact that there's a two Howling Mines and a Mana Flare out. But there's also 3 of us. In theory, we can deal with this. In theory. I think what we need to do, though, is get rid of the humility so that we have access to our creatures. The doubling season is already ridiculous. And it's just going to keep getting worse with each planeswalker they play. But we don't have it. But we need to get back out from under this field zone. Man, how many archetypes did I have to guess before I could figure out it was Legion of Doom? Anything we try, it's just... Getting Planetary Chaos will be a very nice change. Beast Within, targeting doubling season. Okay. Well, that's one problem out of the way. see, so he's got his 3/3 flying beast, yeah. Although, if Omnath could do that earlier, why didn't they do that before Planeswalkers happened? Was it Chromat who did that? Yeah, it was Chromat. No, it was Omnath who used the Beats Within. Oh boy. Garruk Apex Predator. Well, this certainly makes for one hell of a third game. Chandra Nalaar. Well, that deals with the tokens, and it gives our buddy over here, Omnath, another swing to take out some Planeswalkers. Only it doesn't, because this is the first Chandra, not the new one. Herp. Because this one's going to deal X damage to a single creature, and there are many creatures. Although, Koth of the Hammer is also nice. So we got Chandra and Koth versus Garruk, Freyalise, and Elspeth. There's also a Chandra's Phoenix. I'm not entirely sure what Olivia's trying to do over there. These things do in fact fly. The Phoenix does not fly. I mean, I guess Chandra can throw a fireball at one of them, but Garruk is actually just gonna tick up one and wipe out a Planeswalker. Just straight erase them from existence. Whew. Oh, Nelly, what are you gonna do there, Olivia? Alright, so we're gonna Mana Flare, get 3 mana. I'm actually gonna F6 through Olivia's turn. I can offer no assistance whatsoever. Chain Reaction! That will work. Because there are 6 soldiers, well, why did you have to play the Phoenix then? Why did you need the Phoenix? You could have just chain reactioned and then plus Koth and wiped out either Freyalise or Elspeth, preferably Elspeth. I mean, the shenanigans are enabled, at least. And this does give Omnath a chance to redeem himself by getting the Raging Ravine and the Hammer going. He can replay whatever land he sacrifices with Crucible Worlds. Chandra did not throw a fireball at any of the walkers, though. What Chandra needed to do was throw a fireball at Elspeth, and then Omnath could have followed up with the Raging Ravine and Hammer of Purphoros Golem. Swing both at Elspeth, and the Maze of Ith stops one but can't stop the other, and that shuts off the massive token army. He can still make beasts and elves, but he's not making 3/3 soldiers a turn. And like these will be 1/1s anyway. And Avengers Zendikar. Legit, I guess. They're not going to get bigger. The plant tokens... Okay, they'll be 1 bigger because they'll become 1/1s. Then... no tokens. So just an Avenger, okay. Well, we still have our Circle Protection Green. Chromat Super Friends. I feel like you would want Child Alara instead. Just for that emergency wrath. Fraley's and Garrick. Although, playing the Avenger is haste. Double mana means that should be able to go ahead, sack a land, make a dude, do the Raging Ravine. Okay, the Avengers Zendikar actually just helps take out Elspeth. So now he just needs to animate the Raging Ravine. Rage Ravine! Just in case you forgot. Just has to animate the Raging Ravine, swing in all 3, and then we don't have to worry about 3/3s a turn. Just 2/3s a turn. If that, because he may have to, because Chromat may have to use Freyalise for just more artifact and enchantment removal. Like maybe he's decided that we've drawn enough cards, or that we're having too much mana. Although we are having a fun time because of these cards. Garrick might have to eat some creatures. Raging Ravine is a 3/3 though. What? 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 Bro! Bro! Oh, and hey, he does get his counter. Heh! And that's because of the power of animating a land on top of the humility. And, you know what? Whatever. Apparently he wants to swing a Koth when he needs to swing out all of them at Elspeth. Not that I'm playing. Because it sets the ability over humility in that layer. You know, for someone called Judges, he doesn't know something that most judges would understand as a basic thing. Yeah, now see. Chandra should have painted though. Alright, so we have Island Sanctuary. I can actually, if I throw that out, that means Freyalise has to focus on that instead of something else. I could have that's more relevant, like say the Howling Mines or anything like that. It keeps Freyalise from making more blockers. But first, we're going to go ahead and do the Bazaar. Hope we can get a Disenchant. We get a Rod of Ruin, which isn't bad. That might actually be the most pertinent thing here. Actually, that's not bad at all. To that Sources Controller. I could use that to take out a Planeswalker if I do it right. We're definitely getting... I think we have to get rid of the Saddlebags this turn. And... we will ditch the Paladin. But we're going to put the Paladin on top. Discard the Saddlebags. And put... Plains on top. Alright, so we're going to play our land. Alright then, are you prepared for this? This is going to be so sick. Oh yeah, now we've got the Rod of Ruin. This actually is a very good top deck to have against the Elspeth. And it has the incidental power of just plucking away everything. Gonna scoot this stuff over here so we can see. And now we're gonna go ahead and tap the Basalt Monolith for 3. We're gonna go ahead and paint over here. 1, 2, 3. If I do this right, let's see, we don't want to redirect to Apex Predator. We don't want to redirect to Freyalise. We do want to redirect to Elspeth. Elspeth has left the building. We're going to go ahead, play our Island Sanctuary. Yeah, we're gonna play the Island Sanctuary. Do you have to pay extra for that, like in Japan? Okay, I think I have done enough good here. We will pass the turn. Import. So Aneth is asking me if I have to pay extra for the Rod of Ruin like in Japan. Fortunately, imports actually aren't that expensive. Actually, getting a box of Japanese Weiss in at the store is actually cheaper than English for some reason. So, Chandra is going to go away, unfortunately. Rod of Ruin got there, wow. The power of the ping. Garrick did just erase Chandra, though. Fortunately, that's one less token that we have to worry about for blocking. And Freyalise has to make tokens. She can't afford to blow anything else up, including the Rod of Ruin, which will just take half of the health that she got up. Ooh, boy. You know, oh, no! Oh, no! She's getting rid of the rod! Okay, then. Yes! We got someone to naturalize a Rod of Ruin. Congratulations, Rod. You have survived the first cut. If nothing else than for the stories that you have told today. He is completely open, though. Let's see. Can get land from the hammer back with crucible. Nothing wrong with just pointing out a little bit of the obvious, just a little bit. Yep. Anyway, oh yeah. So clearly he forgot. There's Ashiok showing up to replace Elspeth. So not going to get creatures from me though. Okay. Targeting me. Yes. Oh, wait. You got my Northern Paladin. Alright. But it says top 3 and I only see 2 cards. Guess that's fine anyway. I do have to be careful with what I put back with Library Ling though now. Also, I think I just need to rebuild my hand a little bit. Let's see, I'm drawing 5. I'm netting 2 cards a turn. But they just have to be the best 2 cards. Vraska is out too, though. Just when we think we've dealt with one problem, we actually have the worst possible thing coming at us. We need to get rid of that humility. Yep. Now, if we can get Circle Protection Blackout, then, let's see, getting rid of the hammer. See, this is why you don't talk about your plans in front of the villain. They actually just mess you up. And now we've got, you know, this is actually just, you guys aren't even going to be able to see this. We got Freyalise, Garrick, and now they've been reinforced by Ashiok and Vraska. Jeez, it's a real match. It's a real Legion of Doom. And it's Karn, too! Fortunately, Karn cannot just restart the game all willy-nilly. Fortunately, I just forgot that, you know, W season wasn't out. So, let's see what Karn's gonna do now. Oh boy. You know, feel free to skip around stuff if you can. And gonna make me get rid of my eye for an eye. Next time a source of my choice would deal damage this turn to me this turn. We'll say... See, none of these can actually deal damage to me. I will just say card. Just make sure you can't have the extra card. Oh boy. That is rough. But why is he targeting all my stuff? Eye for an eye's gone. Oh, he got my Obsidian's golem too. I actually can't just. I literally can't do anything about. So I am now hellbent. I am going to draw 2 cards a turn, and they've got to be the best 2 cards of my 5. Fortunately, everyone else is well stocked. I'm probably not winning this, but they might be able to pull something out. Omnath is playing green. Where is his naturalizes? Alright, so Olivia's finally gonna bring out some party favors. And oh boy, I'm out of water. This is not good. Oh wait, hold on. Yes, I've got my water bottle right here behind me. And no, that was out of water too! Oh boy. So, if I lose my ability to speak later, it will be because I just ran out of water in like 2 32-ounce cups. So, alright, come on Olivia. Help us out here. I will say though, the Bazaar is putting in quite a bit of work now, especially with the Library of Lang here. It's a very nifty combo. Let's see, so he got rid of my rod, he milled me. I mean, he got rid of Omnath's hammer, but then he exiled my last card? Come on, Olivia. You gotta have something good. Let's see. What could Olivia cast? Would Olivia actually cast Warp World? Is that a thing that she would do? It's Incinerate. Targeting... Ooh, who's it going to be redirected at? I want to say it should be redirected at Frey at least. Could also be Vraska. That actually just gets rid of Vraska. But if it's aimed at Freyleys can't really do anything. Okay, so it looks like it knocked Ashiok down from 5 to 2. It's going to keep Ashiok from getting the north. That actually is going to keep the Northern Paladin away for a turn. But Olivia needs to come up with something a little bit better than that if we're going to pull our way out of this. Interestingly enough, not enough. Oh, what? Wait. So let's see. It's Karavek's Torch. As long as Karavek's Torch is on the stack, spells that target it costs 2 more to cast. Karavek's Torch deals X damage to target creature or player. Damage is 13. Yeesh! Olivia's gonna get rid of Karn. I don't know that she needed to put that much pepper in it, but yeah, Karn is just dead now. Whew. Then, just like I thought, Karn is out of here. So, stop the blockers for 1. Let's go ahead and give the old thumbs up. Omega Gojobu. Of course, I don't need the Island Sanctuary to keep attackers off of me right now. He still has the Elspeth emblem, which will give all the creatures that he does end up making +2/+2 in flying. We need to get rid of that humility. And as far as I know, I'm the only one who can actually do something about it. Because the Unath player, despite having 8 cards in hand, just hasn't drawn his Naturalize. Alright, so we got 4. That's enough for Raging Ravine. Raging Ravine is definitely going to take it. There are going to be 2 characters, so he can take out Freyalise, Ashiok, or Vraska. Yeah. Vraska is probably the smarter bet, since she can tick up and wipe out whatever deals her damage next turn. You can get rid of Freyalise, who would just make 1 token. Garrick would make a token. But either Ashiok, Vraska, or Freyalise need to die this turn. If I had to pick, it would be Vraska. So, let's see. The power of 1. Come on. Oh boy, the game's been going for an hour and a half. That's intense. Alright, come on. And they're all going for Ashiok. Alright, that's legit. Alright, so Amazing, Raging Ravine. That's fine. Ashiok should still die, though. Oh, Moto. You are so silly. Oh, we forgot about the Basalt Monolith. Yeah, that's right. We're just gonna cancel the replacement effect. So, let's see. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and Bazaar Baghdad. And we're gonna pick the best 2 cards in our hand. Island of Walk Walk isn't bad in this scenario, especially if he has emblems. Let's see, Juggernaut needs to attack. And Juggernaut can in fact attack. We can also use the Meek Stone. But that's going to hurt us when Humility comes out. But it will stop the Unath player a little bit. So we're just going to get rid of the Meek Stone. Land. And land. Oh boy. Creatures 3 or greater. I'm going to discard the Meek Stone with Lang for now. Same with the Plains, which means the Island of Walk Walk is actually going to go away. So we're going to go land for turn. Triggers the Burgeoning. And then we're going to go ahead and cast the Juggernaut. And then, you know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and cast Avacyn too. 1, 2, 6. And then there's no sense of wasting mana, so we're going to tap, untap. Now we just have creatures. And now we'll put more pressure on the Garrick to get rid of something. And I'm going to F6 through this turn. So Garrick gets life equal to the creature's toughness. So he would probably take it out of mine more than anyone else's if he had to use it. But having 4 creatures out and only being able to use the maze once is what's going to help, keep the pressure on those walkers. We're all having to attack the walkers because they're just so powerful. But we barely touched his life total. Oy vey. This is definitely one of the longest games I've gotten, but we're still seeing cards, we're still seeing Magic, so it's one of the reasons why I decided to limit myself to 3 regular games a week, rather than, multiple videos a week. If a game of Modern was to take anywhere from half an hour, I want to say 20 to 40 minutes, we're getting about 4 or 5 videos out of just these 3 matches. Let's see. Senses Divine top, okay. This is going to take forever. Yeah, so Omnath is talking about how this is probably the longest game he's ever played of Commander. And the longest, I just had to one up him because the longest game of Commander that I've ever played was a 4-hour game against an Aloru Super Friends decks. Aloru Super Friends. And the only reason I was still in it was because he done goofed with his loop. Let's see, okay, so he's going to make a beast token. Freylease is also going to make a token. Token. So he is choosing to go for... Yeah, he's starting to build blockers. He's got 3/3s. He can't afford to actually use any other abilities right now. Vraska going up. Now if anyone touches Vraska, they did. Let's see. So, this is actually kind of the second-ish game I think that's suddenly devolved into Arch Enemy. And I've got 63 cards in my deck still. The Disenchant has to be in there somewhere. So, yeah, longest game I've ever played was against an Aloru Super Friends deck. Yeah, it's just Recurrent Insight. And unfortunately, this was at the stage of the game, part of his deck development, where he hadn't finalized it. He was still, testing a bunch of stuff out. And his deck was missing win conditions at the time. The only reason I managed to win was because he decked himself out. He had the Dream of Ideals, and he tried to get 2 locks going. One was a soft lock with the Sword Emblem, because he had the Infinite Chain Veil triggered, and he left Sorin out of loyalty that Marath could just shoot him at. The second part was that he tried to mill me with the Jace Memory Adept Ultimate, and I had a Bow of Nylea out, So, yeah. And, oh boy. Oh, Glaven. We just keep going more and more planeswalkers. Where'd Garrett... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where'd Garrett go? Where did he go? I'm just tears to it. Whoa, where'd Garrett go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Did he take it back somehow? No, he... What? Garrick died... Oh, right! Garrick, Apex Predator, and Wild Speaker. Right! Awkward. So, obviously choosing to keep Garrick, Apex Predator, who is, while on board, much more powerful than Wild Speaker. Certainly doesn't need the mana. He's negging to make beasts, and I don't think the overrun is going to be too relevant anytime soon. Not with my circle protections out. Yeah, that's awkward. When you and your friend show up with the same planeswalker type. Whew. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying to make sure that you guys still have something entertaining. You're probably, fast forwarding through this, and I don't blame you. Eating a sandwich or anything like that. This game is almost 2 hours long. We're just 18 minutes short of it. And yeah, if nothing else, the chat's been really, really good. The Omnify was actually very friendly. We do get Fish Waifu, so she's gonna bubble someone down. And you gotta think that they're... Okay, Avacyn's on lockdown. That's fine. Okay, so Avacyn's not going anywhere. We knocked out Ashiok and Karn. And they just got replaced by Vraska. No, not Vraska. They just got replaced by Kiora. That's literally all that happened. Ooh, Nelly. To be fair, I am continuing to load up on planes. Because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need to recast Avacyn if the mana flare disappears. Looks like I have 7 tapped and 2 untapped, so that would be 9. I've cast her 2 times at least. So I'll need 2 more lands, but the Basalt Monolith helps with that. And now I'm starting to go through water withdrawal. It's okay. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Fortunately, Olivia's at 9 cards in hand. So you gotta think she's got something awesome. Or that she's just sitting on something. The next big one is probably going to be Garrick. Making the beasts is going to be much more problematic than the elves are, because the beasts are going to be a lot worse once... Hello! Wheel of Fortune! Praise Godica! Oh my god. Olivia, I love you so much. You're a creepy hermit when you're not hosting parties. But oh my god, this is exactly what we needed. Alright, so we just completely restocked our hand. Let's take a look at what we got. We got Plains, Meekstone, Moorish Cavalry, Karma, which actually hurts Olivia more than here, but... Actually, no. Karma's going to help us get rid of some Planeswalkers. So because we got Bayou, Scrubland, Underground Sea. So it's actually just going to bolt off Planeswalkers. I can get behind this. I can Nico to this. And we do have our lands again. Oh my god, this is beautiful. 14 damage to each creature without horsemanship and each player. And Omnath is saying they like their other hand better. Eldrazi Monument, Spearbreaker Behemoth, Sword of the Mist. If he played the Eldrazi Monument, he would have flying indestructible guys, but I guess he'd have to sacrifice it to keep it. I don't have anything that could stop it, though, so yeah. Looks like Avacyn's going back to the drawing board. Whew! And let's see, looks like decided to get rid of Kiora with that. And we also made him drop Liliana, Austrian Command, Ugin! Yes! We got rid of the Ugin! Way to... Zenigod. Way to go, Olivia. Just super ace clutch play right there. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what Omnath lost. Spearbreaker, Mountain, Sword of the Animist. He should have kept the Sword of the Animist, then he wouldn't be drawn into any sort of lands. That did burn us too, though. I mean, it's moving the game along. I can't complain. I really can't. And let's see. We need to dome Freyalise with Karma. Otherwise, she's just going to get rid of it. Who'd have thought that Karma would be a tech card here? Oh man, now I'm gonna want to like play Karma and Urborg to shoot Planeswalkers in mono white. Yep. Let's see. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, so I would be taking the damage too, but I could use Avacyn to save myself the damage. And it looks like Olivia's all done, so we'll just F6 the rest of her turn. I did just draw 7 cards, though, and I still haven't gotten my Disenchant. Once I got the Disenchant, Omnath is just going to destroy someone. Wait a second. Oh boy. Okay, so we're not going to have Karma. And then to be dealt to and dealt. Okay, Avacyn managed to stay alive. Interestingly enough. But I do actually. Oh my god. Library of Lane, you are amazing. I am going to put the Karma on top. And at least one land, just to guarantee I have a land drop. And I want to say Meekstone too. Everything else can be discarded though. I could have actually just chosen to keep my entire hand. So now we have Circle Protection Black, Karma's back. I think I might actually want to hold on to Circle Protection Black, potentially. We definitely didn't have any trouble drawing into more lands. Oh my god, Library of Lang! You do so much for me. You're like a spell book, only better. parallel lives. Yep, I feel validated with my choice to keep Beakstone. Let's see, Judge's beginning a combat step. Doesn't look like he has anything. I don't have any instants that I want to cast. And I'm not expecting some sort of super speed. So we're not going to replace any of the draws on Sanctuary either. We get Crusade. That helps out a lot. And we have Wrath of God. And it looks like Ebony Horse. Untap target attacking creature. Prevent all the combat to be dealt to and dealt by that creature this turn. And now's the part of the show where we go ahead and use Bazaar of Baghdad. Filter out some more of these cards. Untap target attacking creature you control. W2. I don't think the Ebony Horse is actually going to do anything right now. And I am just going to go ahead and discard 2 planes. And we're just going to discard them. So let's go ahead and get our land for turn. Burgeoning is going to be a thing. And now we go ahead and we drop the bomb. It's got to be. So we're going to drop Karma. We're going to drop Crusade. We're going to save Wrath of God as an oh crap button. So Karma's going to shoot down Freyalise, make sure that she doesn't mess anything up. Oh, but you could do that with Vraska too. Well, shoot. I guess Vraska is the more dangerous one. Because he still has to make tokens if he wants to make sure that the other planeswalkers survive. 1, 2, 3, and it's bolting for 3. So that's fine. Go ahead, drop down our Crusade. Now Avacyn's a 2/4. Who would have thought that Kiyora's bubble would have saved... I never would have thought that the bubble would be a good thing for... just me. It makes me happy. So Avacyn, currently a 2/4, trying to live up to her former glory of being a 5/4. And we just have all the enchantments right now. Declare attacker step. We are not going to attack. So this should work the way I want it to. Let's see. We are going to get rid of Vraska. So that Vraska doesn't just get rid of Avacyn. Because if he's going to get rid of something, he might as well do it with Freyalise and have some restriction and not be able to shoot down Avacyn. Yep. Cast instance of sorcery. Nope. We're going to pass priority, let the effect resolve. Yes, we do. No, we do not want to redirect to Apex Predator. No, not Freyalise. We just want it to Vraska, and that is what happens. And, yep. Land tax happens. We just have all the enchantments out right now. I wish you could rearrange them on your board. So, as a quick recap, currently we are fighting the Legion of Doom here. We have Garrick, Apex Predator, teaming up with Freyalise. We just took down Vraska thanks to the power of Karma, because it's a bitch like that. Currently, Avacyn is under the all-inspiring power of Humility. Right now, we have Olivia over here doing her darnest to help out, and darn it, she is doing so many good things for us. Meanwhile, Omnath is over here being really dirty without any sort of, power behind this. I am holding the Circle Protection Black against Olivia, or in case, more beast tokens come out. Wrath of God will be a very clean sweeper. It's one of our aces in the hole. Glad to have that back. Meekstone, once we can get Avacyn to have Vigilance, we'll keep the Omnath player from constantly swinging stuff in, with the exception of the Raging Ravine, but that's what Avacyn's 7 is for. We've gone through over half our deck, and so has the Chromat player. He's got 30 cards left in deck. Olivia has 55. Omnath has 49. We are actually playing with regular-sized Magic decks now, no longer Commander-sized. Oath of Gideon. Okay. Of course, he has 18 cards in hand, double mana, and he gets to play a land a turn. If he doesn't deal with the Karma with Freyalise, the Karma's just going to keep sniping his Planeswalkers. 1, 2, 3. It's going to deal at least 3. Now, Garrick can still kill Avacyn, but that means that he's using 2 effects that aren't making creatures. So it makes a pair of 4/4 flying allies. Oh dear lord. I actually know not just the Allura player, but there's a 5-color Planeswalker commander deck at my store that someone will bring in sometimes. And that's also just miserable to play against. Like, again, I don't rag on people for playing what they want to play. If you want to play a deck full of Planeswalkers, then by all means go for it. The problem is that because we all have to deal with the Planeswalkers, the game doesn't actually progress. Time-wise, Olivia's the one who has the most. 40 minutes left. I have 37 left. Omnath has 24. And there's Ral Zarek. So you can be sure that he's probably playing the Chainveil combo. Good lord, I thought I was going to get to sleep tonight. Oh my god, 2 hours. You're going to have to watch this part in chunks. I might have to divide this part in chunks. Oh my god, I think I actually will. This is going to be interesting to edit. Oh my god, 2-hour-long video. I'm going to set this up on like a Saturday just to upload if I wanted to keep it all in one piece. Oh, wow. If I could just get the darn disenchant. I've been through half my deck. Oh boy. Contagion Engine. Yep. Avacyn's gonna get nagged. So now she's down to a 1-3, which means Ral Zarek can just bolt her off. He's taking so much time, though. Still, this is what happens when you let people take 60-minute turn type things. Tommy-o. Oh, boy. At least you guys are definitely getting plenty of content this week. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm complaining, but 2 hours, Zim. We kept watching because we wanted to see if you would stop on your own. But it's been 2 hours, Zim. 2 hours! Yep, populate all them planeswalkers. Proliferate it. Then proliferate it again. So Avacyn is doing -1 damage right now. And, yep, Fraley's is in fact getting rid of the comma, which is the correct play. What's this over here? Oh, it's just my graveyard again. Garrick's going to give Olivia the emblem. He really just wants to end this game. Oh, he's going to try and go for it. Although my Crusade is also pumping up the tokens. Takes an extra turn after this one. Taps down. Oh my god. So how many times did he win the flip? One. Won the flip. Two. Won the flip. Oh my god. 4 extra turns. No, I will not give up. Wait, what just happened here? What just happened here? Where did Avacyn go? Where did Avacyn go? Avacyn went to command zone for some reason? Oh, no, no, it's probably the... Yeah, it was the Canadian engine. Yep. Okay then. Looks like the core are ready to attack then. 4 extra turns. Oh my god. And Tommy-o is gonna of course ult. Oh my god. Oh, nope. Omnath scoops. Omnath's done. There are 3 now. Good game, folks. Supervisor is a pain once it gets going. Yep. But we will not give up. For we follow the Sheldon Code, which is the code of gentlemen everywhere, and we do not scoop. Because by my grandpappy's words, we will not shamble off into the night. Although the emblem does kind of mean that Olivia will in fact just be dead. Oh boy. They fly too, so the Island Sanctuary is actually not going to help. You know what? We're just going to F6 this. Because the elves aren't going to attack us, at least, for this turn. No, we're not going to turn off audios. Oh, it's Brolos. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I can't stop saying it. I'm sorry, but the game's been going on for 2 hours. I would expect this from a 5 or 6 player game, not a 4-man. I literally feel like banging my head against my desk right now. You know what? Hold that thought. Okay, I feel a little bit better now. Head trauma always fixes everything. To be fair though, at least with Library of Lang, we can pretend to do stuff. Ah, there's the Island Sanctuary. Yeah. Tomio emblem. Oh my god. Play whatever you want, but understand that when you're playing a Planeswalker deck, you're playing something that's so incredibly grindy that you're just gonna, like, drag down the entire game. Because at that point, you're not really playing Magic. You're playing try and keep the Super Friends player off of their Planeswalker so they don't just win. Oh my god. Still, I will not scoop. I refuse to scoop on principle at this point. So, Freyalise is at 8, Garrick's at 6, Tomio's at 2, Soren's at 8, Bolas is at 11. Just think he just got back Ral Zarek. And of course he's going to kill me first because, you know, Mana Flare. We're never going to have another turn again. Maybe I'll get lucky and he times himself out somehow. Oh my god. Discard 7. So this one, Wrath of God, I'll discard to Library of Lang, but the rest I'm just going to discard. And then we got 6 permanents, so boom, boom, boom. Guess Library of Lang doesn't help me anymore. So yeah, it just completely wipes my board. At least the game is finally going to end. I still refuse to give in, though. Never give up and never surrender. You are gonna have to kill me. And I don't give a flying rat's ass if it takes you forever to do it. I am going to make you kill me. Nothing else matters right now. Okay, so what's been going on is he has the Tommy emblem, so he's basically looping Regrowth and Ralzeric. Let's see. Oh, so Judges has actually asked, let's see, attitude of a bias, anything you want to play, let me know. And, well, this is no time to be talking to new friends. We are actually going to say, okay. And now we are the dead. We are finally put out of our misery. We made him do it. We did make him do it. And you know what? We know how this is gonna end. We actually just, at this point, it's just profanity. Like, they're not gonna have the one. You know what? No. If I stop recording now, that's letting the terrorists win. We do not negotiate with terrorists. We are going to finish this match, and we're going to stick it out. And we're going to let Olivia know that we can do this. Let the Wookiee win. Let Wookiee Goldberg win this one. We didn't see our disenchant through half of our deck. That is sad on a level that I can't even comprehend. This is why you play more than one thing of spot removal, kids. And so, wait, what? Okay, so somehow we all won, and that guy. Okay, this has been William with. That was just so I can't. I'm at a loss for words right now. So this has been William with CommanderCast.com. Thanks for watching.